Hey, what is up guys? Today I wanted to make a video kind of randomly just because I'm going on vacation next week and I don't know if you guys are gripping for a new video this week, but I want to try to release videos once a week. So anyways, rambling aside, I created my own logo through Illustrator and I also created my own animation before. My channel was actually named plaidawan. Before that I was For Your Consideration. If you guys haven't been following my channel since its creation like a couple years ago or something like that, I don't remember how long it's been, but I used to go by the name For Your Consideration, but then realized that that's really bad SEO. So I chose the name plaidawan, long story short, and that's where I am now. And I created that logo and I kind of wanted to mesh, and I did a whole video of it and I'll link it down below, but I did a whole video kind of about my story of why I created plaidawan as the name for this channel. And I'm not trying to make this some kind of deep video about the meaning behind the brand, blah blah blah, whatever. I'm not even a brand, but the meaning behind it was just because it's a meld of my interests and where I'm from. So plaid is, you know, something that's stereotypically thought of as the typical Washington State suit and tie, I guess. The staple of Washington State's people. So yeah, I was like plaid, and then I just dropped my pen. And also, you know, a Padawan. Because, you know, I'm still learning. I literally have mentors within the work that I do outside of YouTube. I'm on a constant mission to learn and to explore and to, I don't know, dabble into new things. And I feel like Padawan kind of fits that bill, especially since, you know, I'm a fan of the Star Wars movies. And yeah, I just felt like it was a good marriage. But you know, there's a whole video breaking that down, whatever. You guys can watch that if you'd like. But yeah, that all kind of comes to this whole video concept, which has been done many times before and probably done 1,000 times better. But you know what? I wanted to take a stab at it because I thought it'd be interesting content. So I am going on Fiverr. I am going to try to update my logo. Like I said, I made my own logo through Illustrator and I feel like it could use some tweaking. I want to stay with the theme of Star Wars and plaid, kind of tying into the themes of, you know, Washington State as well as, you know, Star Wars, like I've mentioned so many times. So I kind of want to stay within there and, you know, just do something unique. And right now I did like a purple P and a plaid background. You know, to me it was eye-catching, but to some it might be boring. I chose it because I think they are analogous colors, so they kind of help each other pop, or complementary. God damn, everything I learned in art class in high school is just gone. So I am not an artiste. God, speak better, dude. So I am none of those things. So I was just like, man, it's time for an update. This video is not sponsored by Fiverr in any way, but I wanted to use Fiverr because it's just a really great website for very talented artists to put out their artwork, to say that they can do a job within a certain amount of time, and to offer pretty fair prices for that. So I wanted to keep it under around $15 at minimum for at least 5 different types of logos. And then in the future, I kind of wanted to do a video breaking down the animation of the logo that I want to do for intros, because I did my own animation for my logo for Your Consideration, and then I didn't do that for plaidawan because I don't know, I just never had the desire to really do it up until now. So now I want to do that, but first let's establish the new logo. I am sinking into my chair. So anyways, I am going to kind of share with you guys the process behind finding this new logo, finding the correct style. I think I'm going to choose a minimum of 5 different styles, and you're going to see me kind of break it down as to why I chose these 5 styles. But yeah, I thought this would be fun to kind of share with you guys this process because I want you guys to be a part of it. So yeah, thank you guys, and also for the new recent subscribers. I know there's been like around 5, and that seems like small potatoes to a lot of other people, but for me that's pretty cool. So thank you guys for joining, I really appreciate that. And yeah, let's get into the video. So I'm gonna click out of that. Let's just take a look at some of the different styles. So I kind of wanted to narrow it down. So there's minimalist here, 3D, mascot, signature, hand-drawn, vintage, watercolor, and there are more options here as you can see. There's I was gonna say geometry, geometric, lettering, and etc. I mean, see for yourself. But yeah, I want to choose 5 different styles and then choose one specific artist per style, and because I don't have a huge budget, I want to keep it under 15. So if I can find a decent artist with pretty good reviews for under $10 or something, maybe, hopefully, maybe even under $5. I don't know if that's possible, but if I can do that, I'm gonna do that. Okay, I got a big trip, like I said. I'm gonna be spending money there, and I want to be frugal because saving is, I love saving. I'm addicted to it. So anyways, okay, let's keep going. So the logo style, I think a mascot is not something that I'm gonna go for. I don't even know what a mascot would really look like. But maybe I'll come back and circle around to it if I decide that that's not for me. But for the first, I want to go for 3D. So I'm going to click on 3D as the style, and I'm going to go through here and just kind of look at the different amount of artists that are available. So as you can see up here at the top, there's 14,000. So, yeah, I think I'm just going to go through the sort by and just see what they have. So best selling and newest arrival. So I'm gonna look at best selling, and yeah, let's just take a look here. So a lot of these reviews are 1,000 plus, like Sarisha and Frankie the Boss. And yeah, just a bunch of these people are bestsellers, as you can tell from the stark amount of reviews. Yeah. So here we go. I am just going to scroll through here, see if anything here catches my eye. This is really beautiful, but doesn't really fit what I'm going for. This kind of is a little bit eye-popping. I mean, I could see that. I like the colors. I am a colorblind person, so I almost said I am a person of color, which is not wrong, but I am a colorblind person, so anything with a lot of colors, it's pretty eye-catching, because yeah, well, to most people, they think colorblind people are just blind. Not true. Just certain colors seem more muted than others. So that's really what it comes down to. Anyways, a little insider colorblind knowledge. No offense to Sophie Devine, but it looks like these are made for dispensaries. And there's no shame in that. Dispensaries have really great logos, but I am not a dispensary, so I'm going to keep looking. Alright, so I think this one really pops out really well. The Corify logo logics. Wow, cannot say words today. Corify, that's really cool. So I'm going to kind of click through here, see what this is. So that's pretty awesome. I don't know. I like that. I do like this too. I do like the bold font and the style of it. I like the colors that they're using for this specific brand that they did a logo for. But I'm gonna keep looking. It just doesn't seem to be fitting what I'm looking for as someone who does videos on products and movies and television, which, yeah, do those things go together? I don't know. This, like I said, this channel is random as hell. It's more of just my brain as a channel. It's just all over the place. Now, neon logos. I think this is something that I will save to my first list. I really like that because the neon might actually add to the whole lightsaber plaidawan theme, and also it might be really cool to tie that into I don't know, the Northwest. I'd like to see the Northwest blended into like a neon sign. I think that would be a really cool effect to look at. 1,000 plus of views, 4.9. I think I have what I need for the 3D style category. So yeah, and if you guys want to click through and see who I chose, you can go ahead and look at the timestamps. I'm going to timestamp this video. Hopefully within the day that it's up, there will be timestamps. If not, I'm sorry, but I will eventually put timestamps on this video, so let me just keep going. But yeah, I think that's it. I think that's the one that really caught my eye. So Sarma Siddiqui 9. I'm gonna click on her or him. God, I don't. Please, am I misgendering you? I don't know. That is a male. That is a man, I believe. I don't want to assume. But yeah, that's a guy. So, alright. Basic package, $10. Standard, premium. What do we get with all these different packages? So, basic, you get 2 custom neon logo with JPEG high resolution. Standard package, you get 2 custom 3D neon logos with 3 JPEG high resolution PNG transparent format and 3D mockup. Premium package, must for pros, which I am not. 3 custom 3D neon logo with HP, JPEG, PNG, transparent, and source files. Cool. That's actually, damn, I wish that was part of the basic package. I love myself some PNGs. And JPEGs are always useful, but PNGs are just so much more versatile. Damn. Hey, this is fun. This is fun. I mean, it's not cheap. Most people are making this for a business or a well-established podcast or YouTube channel, but for little guys like me, this is staggeringly high. So $50 for 3 logos isn't a bad deal for if you're gonna get something that you're gonna use forever. So probably not. I'm gonna stick with the basic package. 2 custom neon logo with JPEG high resolution. Gonna see what we get from there, and then I'm gonna see if it's possible in the future, if I really like it, maybe get the premium version for it. So yeah, gonna take a look. Continue 10. So yeah, guys, obviously I'm not going to show you the payment part of this. It might be it might be a bit much. But yeah, I'm going to submit my original design, the one that I was kind of flirting with, and see what they make out of it. So I'll see you guys at the next style. I'm going to process this, and yeah. Okay, so I just uploaded the logo, and to save time and to not just have this video keep recording, and so you guys are just watching me with my mouth open. Okay. Yeah, so no one wants to watch that because I am not a Twitch streamer and I'm not playing a game, so there's not something else you can watch that is more entertaining. So I am going to kind of go through the styles and read them right after this, but you kind of saw the process behind finding the FIVERR logo. Right now, I am writing a description to the artist that I just mentioned. So I'm going to write out a description of what I want the logo to look like, kind of the themes behind it, and I also, like I said, I provided my JPEG of the logo that I've been using on YouTube that I had made on Illustrator. And you know what? I'm just going to let them laugh at it when they see it and make it better, hopefully. So yeah, so you guys can see this process, and then just imagine this process but for the different styles that I'm going to read off. And then at the end of the video, or basically when I wrap this up, I'm going to show you the 5 styles that I went over, the 5 different artists, and choose a winner basically. And at the end of the day, they all get paid, and if I like one more than the other, it doesn't make the other artists not as equally talented. But I will say there are artists in the world, and some are more talented than others, or some are more in tune with the vision that the creator has in mind. So, you know, no hard feelings. I'm sure they understand. A lot of these guys have 1,000+ reviews, so I'm sure they've heard it all. So you don't need me to apologize. But I just thought I would do it anyways, just so I don't get roasted. So anyways, I'm gonna write down just some of the things that I'm looking for. Okay, so I created a sort of prompt that I'm going to be copying and pasting into, I said 5 different artists, but looking at how much it's going to be, I think 3 is a lot more reasonable, especially for the budget that I want to stay under. I want to stay under $50, and yeah, I think there's enough options there for me to choose, and there's not that many styles that I feel like will go with what I'm kind of going for on this channel. So I'm just gonna stick with 3 different styles, 3 different artists, and yeah, same prompt for all of them. Like I said, gave my logo, and I'll read the prompt right now so you guys can kind of see what I said. But the current logo I have is for a YouTube channel I have, which focuses on movies and television and product reviews. My channel name is plaidawan, which is a blend of 2 things that sort of represent me or who I am. I would like to have plaid textures or Pacific Northwest inspired design be integrated together with lightsaber. I like to have plaid textures or Pacific Northwest inspired design be integrated together with lightsabers if possible. If you can miraculously put together a logo that fits within these themes, I would much appreciate it. Please use the logo I designed as an example, but don't feel locked down by it. You are free creatively to use this prompt and my logo as inspiration, but you do not have to if you feel like there's something better in mind. Thank you. Always remember to say thank you, guys. So yeah, guys, that was the decision making behind the first artist. So I'm going to start the order there. And, you know, including other fees and taxes and etc., it's $12.55. It's not under $10, but it's, you know, it's close enough. So I think by the end, hopefully, if all the artists are around the same price point, I think it'll be probably like $37.55 or something like that. So yeah, not too bad. Staying under 50, reasonable. Still have enough saved for my trip, and yeah, let's look for the next guy or girl. Sorry, or man or woman. You know what? Let's just be all inclusive. So I copied and pasted the prompt in my notepad app on the computer. Wow, I sound like I am 8,000 years old. So yeah, going to find the next artist now. Now, let's look for the next style. And I think I said I was going to skip through all of this, but you know what? I changed my goddamn mind. So let's look for, I don't know. What do you guys think? Hand drawn. I'll take my glasses off. The glare on the camera and the lights. It's a lot. And yeah, I can see perfectly fine. 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 That's the word. Let's look at these other ones. So geometric. That intrigues me because I see some pretty cool geometric logos every now and then. And also, if you have watched Squid Game recently, that mask is fire. The front man, he wears this geometric mask. It's kind of, I don't know how you describe it, but that's what it is, and it looks cool. I'm not gonna steal that, but I wish I could. But yeah, it's kind of like this, the polygonal art, polygamist. you know how to say this word, right? Polygonal. It's a Pokemon, so help me out, guys. Yeah, this is pretty cool. I really like things that look like this, so that's what I was sort of thinking when I saw geometric as one of the options. And I don't know, this artist kind of catches my eye. I know it seems really lazy that I'm looking at the first page and I'm not going through the other, 1,000 artists, but this sort of fits the bill. I could see them being pretty creative with what they do with shapes. I don't know how they'll integrate the pattern of plaid along with the theme of Star Wars, but I know that I've seen like geometric stormtrooper logos or whatever online, and those look really cool, so maybe it is possible. So I'll circle back to this, but you can see this artist has a basic fee of $20, which a little bit out, but I'll still keep a tab open for them. So let's keep going. So this was pretty minimalist, but I have no idea what that I don't know, this looks like Pac-Man incest, so I have no idea, but let's click on that. That is intriguing. So yeah, anyone want to tell me what the hell that is? Not blame the artist, but whoever the company is, I am very confused by what your mission statement is. I don't know. Hold. $1,400. I'd pay $1,400 for the guy who made the Amazon logo. I would pay $1,400 for the guy who made the Nike swoosh. I don't know what this is. Maybe I'm in the dark, but I have no. Tell me, tell me what this is. What is that? It looks like a bird eating itself. Maybe that is what it is. Maybe it's a bird service, whatever the hell that is. Maybe it's bird law. Anyways, all right. Not gonna choose that one for very obvious reasons. Okay, gonna keep going. What do we got here? Foxygon. I know these aren't the names of the artists, but it's cool. It's a cool looking logo. I mean, is it pretty basic in a lot of ways. Are a lot of companies adopting this same aesthetic? Absolutely. But I think it's cool. I think it's cool. All right. This is cute as hell. You know what? And I have been told that I often look like a melting teddy bear. So, you know what? Maybe $5 too. That's, oof, you know, God. There's nothing sexier than finding something that's way below your budget. And that's it. But there's only one review, 5 stars. Could have been their cousin, could have been their mom. So probably gonna have to say no. But that is adorable. I love it. I kind of stick with the theme of yellow and purple, which, god damn it, I just realized I totally forgot to mention that to the artist. So I'm going to follow up with that artist and mention that purple and yellow are sort of the staple, especially yellow being the staple color theme that I want to stay with. I am an idiot, so I'm going to note that here. Even though my favorite color is blue. But you know what? I just feel like purple and yellow just do something for me. You know what I mean? They're just colors that just work. Okay? So, that's my reasoning. Damn it. Purple and yellow. I'll probably elaborate more than just purple and yellow. They're probably like, what is this guy talking about? So, $5 for this artist. Pretty cool stuff. Let's do budget. God, I should have done this like a long time ago. I don't know why I did this. Narrows it down. Narrows it down. I am an idiot. I don't know what the hell I was thinking, but like, I should have done that a long time ago. There is something I can get behind. I do want to see what this one can do. One awesome, unique logo design, PNG, JPEG, unlimited revisions, free 3D mockups, fast delivery. Let's see, 4.9, 391 reviews. I think that's pretty promising, guys. I'm gonna go ahead and do that. Extra fast delivery. I don't need all that. I'm gonna be on vacation. Okay, I'm in no rush. I don't need this to get done fast. Why am I doing this voice? Let's keep going. Girl power. Hell yeah. I don't even know if I phrased that right. Purple and yellow are the colors I would like the palette to be. Now, for most of you graphic designers out there or artists, does that sound like the dumbest thing you've ever heard? Am I saying that correctly? Because I am neither of those things, so please correct me if I'm wrong, and this is my first time doing this. Okay, now, one more, guys. Can you stick with me? I know this has been going on forever, but I'm going to try to cut it down to under 25 minutes, hopefully. I don't think that's going to happen, but I'm going to try. Look for a style. I want to look for another style, another artist. Can I do it? Can I do it? Yes, I can. Vintage. All right. Okay. So yes, this 80s aesthetic, I really like it. And I really love action movies from the 80s and kung fu movies from the 80s. So did I find it already? Was that the quickest? I think it was. 5 stars, 448. I love it. I love it. You know what? I think, yeah, I think I found the guy. I think I'm in love. John Elements. Passionate designer and typography addict. That's what I like to hear. Okay, so $10. What's going on? Oh. Heater. All right. Now, that was my third artist I chose. So yeah, gave him the same prompt, gave all 3 artists the same prompt, the same logo, same price. So $12.55. A lot of these guys have very quick turnaround, so a lot of people on Fiverr, you will find them doing 24-hour turnarounds or 48-hour turnarounds or like 36-hour turnarounds, which is incredibly impressive. So yeah, guys, that was a really fun process to kind of find the artist and find hopefully a really nice design that I can use for the logo. But yeah, that will be the end of this part of the video, but the video is gonna keep going after I'm done talking. But yeah, I'll see you guys in about a week, depending on when these designs get back to me. So yeah, really appreciate it, and let's see what I get. All right. So it's been about 3 to 4 days since we last saw each other, or literally seconds for you guys. But yeah, I received the artwork back from the artist for the logo that I created, and I'm pleasantly surprised. Very quick turnaround. I mean, I'm opening them 3 days later, but a lot of these guys had sent me messages with the logo ready to be reviewed within 24 to 48 hours, and that's just, I don't know, that's just pretty impressive. I'm not an artist, so I don't know what it takes to have a quick turnaround, but like I said, I'm impressed. It's pretty awesome. So I'm gonna go ahead and review these designs with you guys, and I don't know, hopefully you guys have enjoyed the process so far. And I will remind you again, if you are enjoying the video up to this point, please remember to give the video a like, to maybe even subscribe if you are enjoying this channel, if you're enjoying the content that's coming out of here, as random as it seems. But yeah, just welcome to my scattered brain, I guess. So I hope you're enjoying this, and anyways, let's keep moving along. So I'm going to review the first artist. I'll provide their name down below just because I don't want to butcher their name pronunciation, and they're all kind of usernames, so they might not even be their real names. But I'll provide their usernames down below and a link to the artist, so that if you like any of the artwork that you're seeing here, you can go ahead and give them your support and maybe get a design from them in the future, possibly. So yeah, anyways, let's go on. So this is the first design you're seeing here, and they went with pretty much everything that I wanted in the prompt. You can see that they went with the purple and the yellow as sort of the main color palette of this. Even the lightsabers themselves are purple, and we have a plaid background, which is pretty much all encapsulating what my original design was, but giving it a little bit more oomph, and by a little bit I mean a lot more. So thank you, you're doing a great job so far. Love it. But yeah, this is one design that could potentially be used. One thing I really like about this design is that they use the lightsabers to sort of frame the font and the text. I really like it. It makes the text actually pop a little bit more, and you can see in the yellow text that there is sort of a drop shadow or sort of a hazy purple effect around it, which is really nice. I would say the only elements that I would sort of like is because this channel talks about a lot of different media, and I don't want this to just be, you know, giving off the impression that I'm a Star Wars only channel, and maybe that's up to me to kind of define that in the prompt more. So that's my mistake, but this is the first time I've done this, and for the sake of time, I'm not going to go through any other revisions for this particular artist, because what they did was pretty satisfying for what my prompt was asking them to do. So I really like this. I liked how there's sort of a vignette effect around the corners. It's dark, makes everything else pop a little bit more. One other thing would be the plaid. Yes, I did ask for the plaid, but I think if the plaid was a little bit more faded into the background, it would help everything sort of pop a little bit more. So maybe if there was a little bit of a Gaussian blur or a little bit of a camera blur in the background, just to let everything feel a little bit more elevated and separated, then yeah, it would give kind of a depth of field sort of look, which is kind of what I was going for in my self-made logo. That's really nothing compared to this, but just some minor things that maybe I would ask them if I were to ask for future revisions. But based on what they were given, they did an excellent job, and I'm not going to fault them for that. I'm going to fault myself for that. So yeah, great job to this artist. Check them out down below. So moving on to the next artist. So if you guys remember, I was really fond of the neon look, and they delivered. They delivered really well. I love how you can see the neon lights for this specific artist pop against the brick background, and the lights are influencing the color of the brick behind it, and I love the choice in colors. Now I will say, based on my eyes and my colorblind vision, I am going to make a judgment call here and say that there is no yellow. You know, that's one of the things I was asking for, but I did say if you feel creatively that you're restricted by it, or if you feel that you have a different vision for it that I might like, then go ahead. And I do like this. I wish there was some use of yellow in here a little bit more, and I also wish there was some, well, actually you'll see down the line that they did include plaid, but I wish that there was some, I guess, plaid patterns in neon, if that makes sense. But I find that to be almost impossible for myself to even conjure what that looks like, so I can't imagine the task it would be for an artist to do that. So I'm not going to put that on them. I'm going to put that on my imagination for being, I don't know, not as particular as I could have been in the prompt. So again, my fault. Yeah, I love the movie reel or movie film little snippet that they have right there with the P kind of in there. I do think that having the P and also the plaidawan is a little bit redundant, but it's not something I'm against, because it is integrating the elements of my last logo into the overall design. I should have also included my YouTube banner in the submission. Like I said, I'm learning, all of this as I go. I made a lot of mistakes along the way. I could have helped the artist a lot more. The artist is only given what they're given, and I guess this is a little bit of a rant, but not really a rant, but I always find it really difficult when there are certain people who have a vision in mind for either what their company or what their brand is, and their communication with artists sometimes is very limited. Sometimes they're given very little bit of information, and then there's so many different revisions that artists have to go through, or video editors and etc., and they're not given enough credit for the amount of work that they can put in based on the very little that they receive. So this is an example here. I am that bad person communicating to an artist who has a very limited amount of time to provide a quick turnaround, and I'm asking them to do something that is close to my vision without being able to eloquently communicate that vision, if that makes sense. So yeah, it's a pretty hard task, and I guess I'm not one in a million when I'm saying this, but yeah, we don't give artists enough credit for what they do and what their craft is. So moving on, I see what they were going for, because Jedi primarily use blue lightsabers, except those weirdos like Kit Fisto, Yoda, Mace Windu, Luke Skywalker. The list really does go on. Not saying they're weirdos, so please don't roast me, Star Wars fans. But yeah, the blue and the red makes sense. You know, red represents the Sith, etc. I like how simplified it is. I love how fairly realistic it looks too. I can really see this being something really cool, playing at the end of the video or at the beginning of the video, or just being used as sort of logo for this very small channel. But the amount of work that's there, it just makes it feel a lot more professional, and it's just kind of a sight to see. It makes me really happy. But yeah, the plaidawan is very well pronounced. The elements of the lightsabers kind of crossed against each other is really cool. It really does bring everything together. From a distance, it looks a little bit like a peace sign or a Volkswagen logo, but it's cool. I really like it. I enjoy it. But yeah, maybe this will be part of the elements. Maybe this will be like the subscribe button or etc. down below, like I said. But yeah, I really like this. I dig it. So this is the same artist as the last one, as you can tell. So this is cool because it integrates the plaid into the background. Now, kind of like I said for the first guy, I kind of wish the plaid was a little bit more distance from the background, or sorry, distance from the actual neon lights, just because I feel that the plaid is it's a little bit distracting, and I guess that's just because it was distracting in the original design, which I didn't really think about up until now. So credit to them for being able to integrate it and make it look like it's natural and part of it. It's kind of cool. It looks like someone threw the logo onto a picnic blanket. But you know, that is what I asked for, and so this is a great job. This is the same design as the first one. Like I said, the first one was brick, and then you would see a plaid version, and this is that plaid version. But I'm veering more towards the brick because it's a little bit less distracting. Yeah, so this one actually has the other logo that we're looking at, the very simple version, and then puts that against the plaid background. This is a lot more eye-popping. It's simple. That way it's less distracting. But yeah, it's so much cleaner than the last one that we're looking at, and I really like this. So maybe this one can stay in some way. I really like it. You know, the more I look at it, the more it just makes sense to me, you know? Okay, anyways, moving on to the next one. So this I really like. So it's very simple. It says that I'm about movies. It says my name. It has the P in the middle, which I did say it was redundant before, but looking at it right here, it doesn't look bad. It kind of just feels naturally like it's part of the design, which it is. And it has a plaid background and everything. It's really cool. I really dig it. I think there is, now that I'm looking at it, and please help me guys, but I think there is yellow in the plaid. Some of you guys are like, yes there is, you idiot. How can you not? I'm gonna stop you there. I literally told you in the video. Can't see colors that well. So, okay. So yeah, if there is yellow in there, please let me know in the comments down below, respectfully. And yeah, let's move on. Yes, so you guys kind of see what I mean though. Once we go back to the brick wall, and it just makes more sense. I think a lot of his designs use the brick wall as sort of a basis for a lot of his designs, because when you see neon signs outside of bars, they're usually on the brick wall, and that's kind of what we are used to visually. It's kind of jarring to see it against like a plaid background, because who would do that, right? It looks the simplest, but at the same time, I don't want to I don't want people to think that my channel is a nightclub. I don't know, man. The brick looks so much better though. Is it just me? It's probably not just me. So yeah, the brick just looks great. Moving on. Okay, so I am going directly to FIVERR's website because I didn't download these. I thought I did, but I did not. But this is the third artist. This one is going for sort of a patchwork look, and it's not exactly what I'm looking for, if that makes sense. It's just flat. It doesn't really pop as much, and I know the watermark's a little bit distracting, but you can kind of get past that and see what I mean. No shame to the artist or whatever, you know, they were given the prompt and this is what they delivered, and you know, it does have the elements that I'm looking for. It has the lightsaber, it has the right colors, it has, you know, the plaid sort of integrated into the patchwork a little bit. So I'm not gonna say they didn't follow the directions, it's just not what I'm looking for. It's pretty much the same logo, just put on different backgrounds throughout. It's, yeah, I don't know what to say, other than not exactly what I'm looking for. I could use this text, so I don't know, a little bit disappointed, but I'm not knocking him for doing the best that he could with the amount of time. He did deliver this the first. He was the first artist to get back to me, and he wanted to be respectful of that 24-hour window, and this is what he provided. He even sent me a follow-up message saying, you know, this is the best that I could do in the first 24 hours. Is there any revisions you want me to make? And I did ask him to provide some additional revisions, so we'll see how those goes. But we will see how those go. And I will get back to him and we'll try to figure out what I'm needing from him, but I'm not going to put that in this video, just because I feel like I already made my mind up on which artist I kind of want to go forward with. I will be making a final decision on which artist I want to land on and use their artwork and integrate it into the channel in different elements. So yeah, I think you guys already know which artist I'm going to go for, so it's not going to be much of a surprise, but what do you guys think down below? Am I overlooking some or am I underlooking some? So yeah, please just let me know. Anyways, moving on to the final decision. For me, it's not too hard, it's not too difficult to land on who I think is the winner. This design right here. You guys are looking at it right now. The artist for me managed to exceed my expectations. They provided high quality images that I can use on the channel. This artist kept it very simple, but they still followed the prompt to a T, and they used all the elements in ways that felt like they weren't being forced into the design. It felt very natural. And the plaidawan and the P and the 5 stars and the film stock and the lightsabers. Did I already say lightsabers? I don't know. But all of that integrated so well, and it just feels harmonious. That's a fun word. So yeah, I really like that. And they also did simple versions, and I feel like the variety itself lends to just more creativity on my side, even though I didn't really creatively do a lot, but ways I can integrate it into the channel or just use for future reference. It's really great. And I will probably end up using a lot of these other artists' designs as well in some ways, because, you know, what they did was really great. They followed it to a T, and, you know, it wasn't what I was looking for, but I do see the value in what they provided. But yeah, at the end of the day, they're still getting paid, and their artwork is going to be used in some way, and I feel that that's a pretty good exchange. So what did you guys think of this video? Are you enjoying stuff like this? Please let me know in the comments down below. Also, if you guys could like the video and subscribe if you haven't, that would be much appreciated. I would love that. And yeah, that's pretty much everything I have for you guys before I go on vacation for 11 days. So I will be out for over a week, and I hope in that time I will be able to do something when I'm over there in Florida. I don't think I will, because I'm not bringing any equipment besides my phone, but if not, hopefully this will suffice. So thank you guys for watching this. I really appreciate it, and yeah guys, as always, I will see you later.